Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, it was supposed to be an unboxing video, but I kind of needed to figure out a different way of approaching this video because this is quite a different deck. So we are going to be taking a look at the brand new release, the Harry Potter Magical Meditations. These are 64 inspirational cards and a booklet. This is published by Insight Editions and it retails for $19.99 in the US and $26.99 in Canada. So this is quite a really cool and different deck, and we'll get into it. But it says, embrace the knowledge of the wizarding world with this inspirational card deck featuring different meditative prompts to help you connect to the powerful themes and positive lessons of the Harry Potter films. So first of all, I love the packaging, all of the pretty gold foil, and look, it is a Hogwarts card pouch. I was not expecting this at all, and I'm so happy it was included. And then we have the book. So the reason why it's not an unboxing is because I tried to film it as an unboxing, and the cards were not what I expected at all. So there's a couple different sections that we are going to be looking at with this deck. So the sections include the identity, which is marked by the sorting hat. Then we have relationships, which is marked with Hedwig. And this isn't so much a deck where you look at the pictures to help you meditate. It's more about the backside and what is written on it. So that's why it started out as an unboxing, and I quickly realized that we were going to have to go with a different approach. Then we have values and beliefs with Fox. And then battling our fears with one of the Horcrux necklaces. And personal growth with the time turner. Then we have the ring for experiencing loss. Resistance with the Gryffindor sword. And then flights of fancy with the snitch. So what's interesting about this deck is you can literally pull from any section that you want to do, like meditation on, or a journaling experience, or just to kind of help with your feelings of these experiences. So here's the guidebook, and it goes into each of the table of contents for those things. I just want to read you this introduction so you get the feel for what's going on. So, based on the poignant messages of the Harry Potter films, this guided deck includes 64 meditative prompts designed to provoke conversations with yourself on a wide range of topics. Inspire joy with thoughtful prompts like, what memory would you use to conjure your Patronus? Stimulate your imagination with fun questions like, if you were an animagus, what animal do you think you would turn into? Or push yourself out of your comfort zone with more serious prompts such as, today, take an action, big or small, to combat prejudice in the world. Designed as a companion to the cards, this guidebook is divided into 8 chapters based on the 8 themes of the deck, what we went over. Each chapter includes the prompts featured on the cards, as well as a fun and interesting behind-the-scene facts, concept art, and film stills to help you go deeper into the making of the Harry Potter films. No matter where you are in your journey, this inspirational deck and guidebook will help you summon courage, expel fear, and find a light in the dark. So what I wanted to do is kind of pull from 1, maybe 2 cards, and then we'll read through a couple of the things in the guidebook too, just so you can kind of see how it works, because like I said, there's not really a flip through to do. So I think I want to pull from identity and then experiencing loss to kind of just see how those will be read. So let's take a look at identity here. Okay, so the back says, in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Harry comes known as the Chosen One, a moniker he earns when it's prophesied that he is the only wizard capable of defeating Lord Voldemort. After everything Harry has been through, he courageously accepts this role as his duty and works with Professor Dumbledore to discover the truth about Voldemort's Horcruxes. Have you ever had a job or a role thrust upon you that you would have preferred not to accept? How did you handle the situation? Did it change how you thought about yourself? And this really feels like an interview question. But that's really intriguing and interesting to note that it kind of goes deeper than just like surface level stuff perceived in the film and in the book. So that's really cool. The cardstock in and of itself is decent. It's matte. It's not thick. It's pretty thin, but not paper thin. It's flexible, and I think it would be easy to shuffle if that's something that you are looking at doing with this. But let's just take a look at the guidebook. I wanted to show you. Let's see. So it'll give you the information that's on the card. And then here we have concept art. Luna. Cute. Okay, so here is the card that we just read. And it says, Behind the Magic. As Harry Potter actor Daniel Radcliffe always strove to balance the tragedies and deaths Harry endures through his journey with his courage and bravery. This connection between me and Voldemort, what if the reason for it is that I'm becoming more like him? I just feel so angry all the time. And what if, after everything I've been through, something's gone wrong inside me? What if I'm becoming bad? So that was from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And it says, we all have moments when we don't act our best due to stress or anger or grief. Has there ever been a time when you've doubted your own innate goodness? If this is something that you're struggling with now, what sort of actions can you take to overcome these circumstances? Or should you, like Harry, go a little easier on yourself considering the overall situation? Behind the Magic. Harry was worried about his potential for evil ever since the Sorting Hat suggested he should be in Slytherin, which intensifies when Voldemort returns. At Grimmauld Place, Sirius reminds him, it's our choices that defines us as being good or bad, says Daniel Radcliffe. That really calms Harry's fears. Okay, that looks like another card. So already I am thoroughly impressed with how they chose to go about this. I feel like this has so many different potential uses. If you are a journaler, this is a great way to get out all of your thoughts and maybe explore more territory that maybe you haven't before, especially given that it's sectioned off, so you can kind of feel like, okay, I want to explore relationships and maybe what how to go deeper, or how that relates to what I'm currently dealing with, etc. I really want to take a look real fast at the experiencing loss. I feel like that might be something that we can all relate to in some way and see how this will kind of quell that. So Professor Snape is a deeply complicated character. On the surface, he appears to be a nasty and condescending bully who hates Harry and strongly favors students from his own house, Slytherin. His every action seems to be a reflection of his dark and deceptive nature, from going undercover as a Death Eater to killing Professor Dumbledore at the end of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. It is not until Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows 2 that we learn that Snape was, in fact, working to protect Harry all along, and that the entire course of his life was shaped by his love and loss of Harry's mother, Lily. It says at the bottom, sometimes a loss is so profound that it has the power to reshape our lives. Have you experienced a loss like this? Or do you know someone who has? Did it change things for the better or for the worse? Oh my goodness. Very deep. Very, very, very deep here. Hitting the feels. All right, so let's see. So Behind the Magic. Alan Rickman found it splendid that Snape had so many fans. He's sarcastic and stubborn, but he's also fascinating. We never know what to expect, nor do we know what he really thinks. And you have to keep wondering how come it is that he's saving their lives all the time. Rickman took immense pleasure playing someone so ambiguous. concept art of Snape's Doe Patronus, a symbol of his love for Lily, by Adam Brockbank for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1. Okay, so, I mean, I'm obviously not going to read all of these for you, but I find it fascinating that there's so much in here that can relate to, everyday life along the lines of Harry Potter. I did a Harry Potter pick-a-card reading. If you haven't seen it already, I highly suggest going to it and taking a look. I intended on it to be kind of like a fun pick-a-card, like a lighthearted pick-a-card reading, and it turned into a really deep reading. And this kind of seals it for me that, like, yes, Harry Potter started off like in the books and in the movies as this fun adventure fantasy series, but then it got so deep and so there's just a lot of depth there that you don't usually expect in quote unquote children's movie or children's book. These I feel like play upon that a lot, especially with the different themes here. For me personally, I feel like this will be fantastic. Like if I'm kind of having a bad day or experiencing some, emotional stuff, I think this will be kind of a good thing to kind of look at, pick a card for it and kind of like read through it and kind of work through those emotions. If you are someone who enjoys meditation, this would be kind of really good to like sit on that topic. And honestly, I really do feel like maybe if you are into Harry Potter and are kind of exploring job situations, these questions might be a really good help for you to kind of get ready for anecdotes and stories in your interview process. I think that's a different way of using this deck. There's one here. Let's see. So it's not our abilities that we show what we truly are. It's our choices. Think back to the last major choice that you made. What were the circumstances, and how do you think that choice fits into your understanding of your identity? These are really interesting questions, really thought-provoking questions, and I don't think there's an age limit on these. I think that, most age groups would benefit out of this. Like I said, I feel like there's multiple ways of using this deck. I feel like for most people, it'll be about, connecting your feelings with the information and the writing. I think it's a great collectible item. I love how there's just different, concept arts in here. There's different, pics from the movies. I like that the quotes and the experiences the actors have are in here. The price point is really decent. The card stock is not bad. I do want to shuffle it. I do want to see how it shuffles because, I always got to try. I think as far as like a card a day, this would be interesting if it does shuffle well, how, what you would pick during the day to kind of see what would come out, what to think about, what to kind of like mull over for your day. Oh yeah, not a bad shuffle. It's very flexible. If you do a tarot journal, this would be great to add into it. What else? I just feel like this is just a great like card a day just to kind of pull. Like, again, you can do it like I'm doing it, shuffling and kind of see what comes out or what the top card is for a daily pull, or you can sit and do a pull one from each section. So we've got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are. Consider the light and dark sides of your personality. Which side do you think you have been choosing to act on the most lately? Interesting. And then, we have one for relationships. Let's see, we haven't done that one yet. The back says, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends. Do you find this statement to be true? Think about the last time you confronted another person. Was it a friend or an enemy? How did that change the dynamic of the confrontation? These are really interesting. So it's not just, relationships as far as romantic, it's relationships with friends, I'm sure family. There's a lot of good stuff in here. And so I also want to say and put that caveat out here that I do not condone, I do not identify with J.K. Rowling and her stances. I simply enjoy Harry Potter because this is something that I grew up on. So, take all of this with a grain of salt when it comes to, her. Again, there's nothing wrong with you still loving this series. If this is what helped you get through dark times, if this is what helped you get through, your childhood, if it helps you love reading more. That being said, there are things in this series, looking back now as an adult, that are glaringly obvious that were wrong. But, that being said, I just have to say, I do not associate with her beliefs or what she thinks. I just simply enjoy the fantasy of Harry Potter. So, all of that to say, I would love to know what your thoughts are on these cards. It was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought there were going to be a lot more pictures, but I'm okay with this. I think there's a lot of different uses for this deck. I think there are a lot of really good prompts in here, a lot of really thought-provoking questions that no matter what age you are, I think it will be really good to explore. Some of them are very deep, and quite honestly, it might help get through some times, or at least help you kind of explore those emotions and those thoughts. And like I said, if you were a journal, speak Natasha, if you are a journaler, this might be a fantastic opportunity to kind of just take a card a day and kind of write what you feel from those prompts. Because again, you can use it as it relates to you, and Harry Potter. They're very good questions. And I kind of like the idea of kind of like using it for interview prompts as well. And, too, if you are going in for an interview, you are also doing the interviewing to the future employer. So at the end, when they ask you if you have any questions, there might be some questions in here too that are appropriate to ask your potential employer too. So I don't know why, but that just came to mind. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really want to know what your thoughts are down in the comments about this. Are you excited? Did you pre-order it? Is it on the way? Or is this going to be a pass for you? Let me know all your thoughts down there. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video if you haven't done so already. That way you will not miss an upload from me. And again, thank you so much for you guys that keep coming back, keep watching, keep liking. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.